Hi, I'm Harry. Max is sick, so I have to read it alone. The Great Gatsby by Mr.F.Scott Fitzgerald. Chapter 5. I arrived home at 2 o'clock in the morning. As my taxi left, I saw Gatsby walking towards me. Let's go to Coney Island of Sport. In my car. It's too late, I replied. Well, what about a swim in a pool? I haven't used it this summer yet. I must go to bed. All right. He waited, looked at me. I talked with Miss Baker, I said. I'm going to phone Daisy tomorrow and invite her to tea. Which day suits you? Which day suits you? He replied quickly. I don't want to cause you any trouble. How about the day after tomorrow? He paused before answering. I must cut the grass first. He looked at the grass in my garden. He hesitated again. Oh, there's another little thing. We can do it next week if you want. I said. I thought he needed more time. No, it isn't that. He didn't know how to continue. Then he said, You don't make much money, do you, of sports? Not very much. Well, I run a little business and I think I have something that might interest you. You might earn some money. Something just between you and me. You understand. The offer was clearly in return for my help, so I refused. I read Daisy the next morning and invited her to come to tea. Don't bring Tom, I warned her. It was raining on the day we fixed to have tea. A man arrived at 11 o'clock to cut the grass in my garden. Gatsby's lawn was always perfect. A little later, an enormous quantity of flowers was delivered. At 3 o'clock, the front door opened, and Gatsby hurried in. He looked anxious. Have you got everything you need for tea? He asked. I took him into the kitchen and showed him the lemon cakes I had bought that morning. Are they all right? Of course, they're fine, Osborne, he said. But I could see he was disappointed. We went in the living room when we sat down. From time to time, he looked through the windows at the rain. Finally, he got up and said he was going home. Nobody's coming to tea. It's too late. I can wait all day. He said, Don't be silly. It's only 2 minutes to 4. He sat down miserably, and at the same time, a car drove up to my house. I went out into the garden. Daisy looked at me and smiled happily. I helped her out of the car. Are you in love with me? She said softly in my ear. If not, why did I have to come along? That's a secret. We went in. To my surprise, the living room was empty. Then there was a knock at the door. I opened it. Gatsby was standing there in the rain. He disappeared quickly into the living room. I waited at the door. After a moment of silence, Daisy laughed and said in a clear, artificial voice, I'm very glad to see you again. I closed the door and joined them in the living room. Gatsby was standing and staring at Daisy. She was sitting, frightened but composed, on the edge of a chair. We were met before, Gatsby said. Not for many years. Daisy said quickly. 5 years next November, said Gatsby automatically. I sat and talked to Daisy as we drank our tea and ate the lemon cakes. Gatsby was quiet, but his anxious, unhappy eyes moved continuously from me to Daisy. I left them together after a while. When I went back in, they were sitting on the couch, looking at each other All their embarrassment had gone. Daisy's face was covered with tears. But there was a change in Gatsby that really surprised me. He radiated the feeling of joy that filled the room. "Hello, Sport," he said. "It stopped raining." "Has it?" he said, then to Daisy. "It stopped raining." "I'm glad, Jay," she answered, her voice showing her unexpected joy. Then suddenly, "I want you and Daisy to come to my house. I would like to show her around." Outside in the garden, Daisy points and says, "Is that it? That huge place there? Do you like it?" "I love it." "Do you really live there alone?" "I invite lots of interesting and famous people, so it's full, night and day." He showed her around all the beautiful sitting rooms, the music room, and the library. Daisy admired everything, and Gatsby seemed to revalue everything according to the responses got from her eyes. He hadn't stopped looking at her once. In his bedroom, we stood at the window and looked at the sun. It had started to rain again. "It's a pity it's so misty," he said. "On a clear day, I can see your house across the bay. At night there's a green light at the ends of your dock." Daisy put her arm through his as they looked out. The green light had been his connection with Daisy. Now that she was here, it had lost its significance. In the west there were pink and golden clouds above the sea. "Look," she whispered. "I would like to get one of those pink clouds and put you in it and push you around." I tried to go then, but they wanted me to stay. "I know what we'll do," said Gatsby. "We will ask Cliff Springer to play the piano." I had often seen Cliff Springer in the pool and often on the beach. Now, as we sat in the music room, he played love songs to us. I looked at Gatsby and Daisy, and I saw that they had forgotten me. He was holding her hand and she was saying something in his ear. He turned towards her, his face full of emotion. I got up and left them there together. So we beat on, both against the current, borne back ceaselessly into the past.